Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I'm here with day 27 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, Series 11. And today's sketch is brought to us by Alma Ross, and her Instagram information will be below in the description box. And I'm going to scrapbook this adorable picture of my cousin's little, and I'm going to use It's Your Birthday by Echo Park. I just got this in my Echo Park warehouse box. It's not been opened or anything. So I am going to use some stash from in here, as well as the embellishments. I got a black background to use that is based off of the sketch. And instead of doing splattery bits, I think I'm going to use my stickles because I'm using a pattern paper and I don't always like to use splatters depending. I don't know what I'm using yet because I haven't opened the pack. So I figured those would be a really good way to do some splatters that are controlled. And then I have these two Julie's by You, and they're from birthday parties. It's the red, white, and blue balloons, and the other one is red and blue party things. So I have my papers and embellishments. I have my mixed media, my picture, and the sketch. So let's see how this goes. So I picked that party paper as my background, and then I'm using this blue to be pretty much where her blue paper is on the sketch, the first mat of this picture, or for the picture. And I'm trimming my picture down because there's a lot of stuff that just doesn't need to be there, like a paper plate on the table and things like that. So I chose to use the party paper because this is actually not a birthday. It is New Year's Day, and we weren't really celebrating any birthdays. So we were just, we got together as a family, aunts, uncles, cousins, all of things, and we play games, and of course we all brought food because what kind of party is it without food? So I wanted to document this picture because I love it. And but that's why I made sure, excuse me, to use not, stuff that said birthday on it. And there was plenty of things in this collection that you can do that with, as you can see when I am done with layout. So as I was distressing the entire outside, which it looks distressed on the sketch as well, I tore a little bit, and I had already contemplating doing a couple of little torn out bits. And so that just made it, it was a for sure thing because I wanted to make it kind of evened out a little bit on the bottom and a little bit on the top. And then I just tacked those down off camera. And now I'm going to give a kind of a fat border with this blue paper. And then I'm going to mat it on black. So it pops off the page really, really well. And it's, the sketch has a second paper as well, or a second layer. So I'm tearing this instead of using my Tim Holtz Distresser because I kind of wanted it to have that look. And I love how this looks. And I decided to use this little cut apart that says I'm Yeti to party or something like that. It's so super cute. And since it doesn't say anything about birthdays, it just says Yeti to party. I felt like that was perfect. And of course, I'm documenting this adorable kid. I'm going to have an adorable Yeti, right? So these red and blue balloons, they aren't exactly the right color of this collection. Obviously the blue is a bit lighter, but I have no issue with that. I'm perfectly fine with the colors, and I'm going to use those instead of the hearts that she has on her sketch. But I love the hearts, but I felt like the balloons were more fitting for this layout. So I went ahead and used those. Plus, I'm working on using stash out of my collection, and I have had those for a very long time, as well as the little party blower things that I'm going to use in just a few minutes. And they match the balloons, so that helps bring more of that same color in. So I'm putting a little square of fun foam on the back of each of the balloons. And before I tack them down, I'm going to ink around the two white ones so they stand out more. But the thread or whatever it is that's on that came with these is white, and you cannot see them. So I get a piece of scrap paper and a black marker that is a scrapbooking marker, and I just cover them with the black marker. I don't make a point of making sure that it is saturated and completely covered, but as you can see up there at the top, you can definitely see them, and once they're laid down on the white paper, you're going to be able to see them. So once I get them on there, I am much happier. I was a little concerned, but I just took black soot, and I could have done the black soot down the string, I guess, too. But I just took black soot ink pad and a dauber and inked around the two white balloons. I had considered doing the blue and the red as well, but I thought that it might make them look dingy. And the white ones, it just helps them stand out. So I get all of those down, and I'm using Nuvo Deluxe adhesive. And then there's little torn paper up at the top. She's got like a khaki and a black. And so I took a little strip from the paper I matted, and I tear it, and I'm going to put that up there. And then I literally got into my little trash box, which is what that blue thing is you just saw me put back, and got a piece of the black paper that I tore off of the mat of the for the picture. And I'm just going to use that because that gives me those two colors, and helps me use up scraps, itty bitty things that I actually would have thrown away, which is impressive because I don't throw much away. But, you know, the little pieces that I had torn off that little mat, the black mat for the picture, weren't very big at all. So I had tossed them in my little trash can. I literally have a trash can, and it looks like a Herbie Kirby or a recycle bin on my desk. And I got it at the dollar store, and it's shaped like a Herbie Kirby, and it's meant to be a pencil holder, but I literally use it for my trash. And then I dump it in my trash can when it gets full. So anyway, I decide to bring the balloon strings in together because they're all going to fit to do that. And it helps give them a little bit more of a darker color as well. And I didn't like the look of them just kind of hanging there. So I gathered them all together. I'm going to add some Nuvo Deluxe there. And then I am going to put this sticker that says something about being ready, be ready to party or something like that. I don't think it says Yeti to party, but it might. But it is something about partying. And so I'm going to put that on Fun Foam, that sticker, so that it doesn't look too bumpy over those little threads. And I spread the threads out to where it wasn't completely, you know, all laying on top of each other and making it too bulky. So I'm going to set like a stamp block here to give it a little bit more pressure. I need something that's got more weight to it because, of course, those aren't terribly heavy, but it did the trick. But I know that, oh, sorry about the dog. I know that you can get like little things that are a little heavier. So I have placed down my picture, and I just adore his little face. And what makes this picture even better is that I said, I called his name, and he looked at me and he saw that I had my phone / camera, and he said, "Geez." I looked at his mother across the table from me, and I said, "Y'all never take this kid's picture, do you?" He was primed and ready for a photo. So, oh, he's so stinking cute. He's 1.5 years old and absolutely precious. So I hadn't seen him for a couple of months because we don't usually see each other in December much. I apologize for my dog. I am not re-recording unless he just gets absolutely nuts. Our neighbor has gone up and down the stairs, it'd be my guess, and my dog does not appreciate all that. My neighbor's not quiet. He comes down the stairs like a herd of elephants are coming. Oh, bless it. Anyway, so now that I have gotten that attached and I'm putting down the little cluster right here, she's got like some tickets and stuff. And the tickets are super cute, but I don't have tickets to go with this. So I just use this little word phrase and those little party things, the little noise makers or whatever. And there's some little streamers as well. So instead of doing a splatter, I decided I was going to use the blue and the red stickles. Sorry, now my son's out getting after the dog. And so I just put those down in little clusters in this area right above the picture, and then in the area below the cut apart. And so really that's about it, except I get the clear glitter. Thank you. I got the clear glittered stickle, and I make like that little shiny bit in the top part of the balloon because I thought that that would add a little something something and help them stand out too. So I do love this sketch, and I believe that I will be recreating it again, maybe with the hearts and stuff, because I love the way that that looks. So, but for now, there's that little shiny bit on the balloons. Here is my layout. I love the way this turned out. See, just trash right there, and it just looks so cute. So oh yes, get your party on is what it says. So I am thrilled with the way this turned out. I hope you'll check out all the other creators who are hopping along. And of course, there's a playlist linked below. Tons and tons of inspiration, a whole month full. We only have a few more days left this month, which I cannot believe. So thank you for coming with me and sticking with me. I hope you all have a fantastic day. I hope to see you again very soon, and happy scrapping.